So we're going to take a quick journey. We're going to step back in time to a city called Nazareth, small town. When the Maccabean Revolution happened, I think 138 or BC, the Jewish population decided to come back home. So you have this massive influx of population. They didn't know where to go. You don't want to go into Judah because those people have been there for a few hundred years. So a lot of these new settlers coming back out of captivity descended and built homes around the Sea of Galilee. It was basically vacant at that point. I want us to have an imaginary story here that coming out of captivity was two of them, and they decided to get married, and they built and started to build this little house. Typically how they began is you would build a wall just to keep whatever you had inside, if it's a sheep or two. So you would just start building this, and this is the wall that you would start to build. This would soon become, if you're studying this, look up Israelite 4-room house. It's all over in archaeology. You can find them everywhere in different stages, and they would start building this. And before long, this imaginary family has a few kids, and they decide, well, we got to build another room because we're running out of space. So you'd build another room in here, and you would eat in this room, and you would sleep in that room, and you do your work out here. And this family, they were stonemasons. They were tectons, so we would call them carpenters. And one of the sons, the youngest, a guy by the name of Reuben, let's call him that, he's now getting marry in age. He's about 22. At that age, you're not nearly old enough to decide for yourself who you're going to marry. So the dad sits around and they start discussing who should our son marry. And they start naming names. Now, they're not looking for who's the wealthiest, who's the best looking. Is this going to be a good fit? No. That's not what we do at all. Is this family righteous? Do they attend the festivals? Do they go to temple? Are they Torah observant? The important things. And they're throwing out names. And finally, he says, well, what about Rachel from Capernaum? Her family was righteous. I remember seeing them at the feast. And before long, they start discussing this and they come to an agreement. Reuben's sitting there going, I think I saw her once. She was short and had dark hair. But the next morning, the elders and him headed to Capernaum. And when they get there, they knock on the door and they go in and they start to have this discussion with Rachel's parents. Now, Reuben can't say anything. Rachel's not even in the room. And they start going back and forth and discussing and whether or not we're going to bring these two families together. Finally, the agreement is made. The ketubah is written. It's a contract. It seals the deal. And finally, Reuben has just for a moment to be able to speak to Rachel. And he says, I'm going to go away. And if I go away, I'm going to prepare you a place that where I go, I will bring you on myself. Where I am, you may be also. Now, he heads off and he is heading home. Dad's struggling to keep up because he's excited. And he goes back and starts building on to the father's house. Before long, the young man thinks he's finished, pulls his dad aside and says, so what do you think? The bridal chamber is ready. Son, this is for your bride. Come on now, you can do a little bit better than that. And son, a couple more weeks. Finally, the bridal chamber is ready and they gather the town together. And the next morning they take off. The whole town would take off to go get the bride. As they get outside of town, they blow the shofar to announce the husband is here. The young ladies, the virgins that are helping the bride get ready for this celebration, rush out to meet this party to welcome him back. When they get there, the husband picks up the bride, carries her home. And now the celebration, the wedding feast can begin. Now in this culture, the bride and groom would go into the bridal chamber and consummate the marriage. Best friend stands outside. I don't know what happens. There's a whole ritual. I won't go into it. I guess they crack the door and it says, we're married. And the best friend shouts, they're married. And woo, just dancing and singing. 7 days. There's a story where after 4 days they ran out of wine and the rabbi turned water into wine.